Standing on the top now. No, nothing can move you.
So it is early voting day here in New York City. We got an upcoming election, but New York is an early vote state. And from what I heard, the Republicans are trying to get rid of the notion of the early vote state. I guess they figured because it tends to go in the favor of Democrats. It's early voting, man. It could go the way of anybody. What does that matter, man? Don't be no little punk. And sometimes you Republicans, man, you know, bad enough the Democrats get on my nerves, but some of this stuff y'all talk about is just stupid. Oh, no mail-in votes. Mail-in votes should be able to benefit you too. How it just benefit Democrats? Oh, it's just the Democratic states, right? Or Democratic ran city. Either way, how does it benefit just them when everybody have the ability to mail in their votes? Oh, the Democrats get a hold of votes and no, stop. Oh, early voting, stop. Honestly speaking, you should be able to register same day and vote same day. There should be no limits or restrictions on American citizen voting. It should not be no restrictions at all. But let's get into this. You remember the yo guys? The hey yo. That's the white guys who try to be down with black guys and they try to emulate our culture, black culture. One of the biggest yo-yo guys on the planet is Michael Rapaport. Now, Michael Rapaport got his fame on a lot of black movies, especially Spike Lee movie. And lately his career has been trash. He hasn't been able to get any good movies. Matter of fact, I don't even see him on any sitcoms or television series. So, but he is now on YouTube, same place I'm on right now, trying to be a thought leader, a provocateur, a leading voice. That's what he's trying to do. And he sees himself as a leading voice. And I guess he is a leading voice since a lot of people tune into his Twitter, his YouTube and things like that. But dude is a vicious Zionist Jew. Now, let me make my disclaimer. Not all Zionist Jews are vicious. The Jewish culture is a diverse culture of many sects. You got the Orthodox Jew. You got the Messianic Jew. You got so many forms and sects of Jewish culture. So you can't put your criticism of one Jew on all Jews, just like you can't put your criticism on one black man on all black men. There's different types of black men coming from different areas of the diaspora. You got black Nigerians, you got black Haitians, you got black, a lot of these people don't want to be considered themselves black. You got black Latinos, you got black Americans, you got black. We're not a monolith. We're not all the same. So when somebody say black crime, it doesn't mean that's coming from, we don't get up in an uproar and say, Chamber, you talking about black people. We know that there's certain elements in black society where the crime is higher than other, just like in certain elements of white society, crime is higher than the other. So you can't put white society in the monolith. You can't put black society. You can't put no society in the monolith. But you can put a finger on one person, and people who tend to act like this person, or people who tend to think like this person, or people who tend to move like this person. You can call that person out, and you shouldn't be charged for being anti-black or anti-Semitist or Jewish relationships. There's just as many black Jews, and the origin of black Jewish culture pretty much came from North Africa. But we're not going to get into that story because Judaism and being Jewish is a religion also. It's just not a city in Jerusalem because people tend to call the Jews those who were born in Jerusalem originally, just like me. If I'm from Florida, I'm a Floridian. If I'm from New Yorker, I'm a New Yorker. You know, so let me get back on my point. Michael Rapaport, we're going to talk about him. Recently, Michael Rapaport just totally sold out. He talked about Trump so freaking much, Trump like a dog. And he have every right to. This is America. You want to criticize your politician and call them names? You can. We have freedom of speech. Just don't threaten. That's going to get you locked. But you can talk about them like, man, I talk about politicians all left and right, up and down, black and white. It don't matter. In my sight, they're all a crook's con. I don't trust none of them. So Michael Rapaport, he goes on a tangent about the thought of Zohan becoming mayor. Now, Zohan ran his race as a Democrat in the Democratic Party, and he surprised the world by winning the Democratic nomination, beating Cuomo, the one who they thought was going to run away with this thing, the one who people thought was his up for the grab. If he wanted, he even thought, if I wanted, I can get it. New Yorker loves me. New Yorkers don't love you. Not only are you a pathological, lying, con artist, politicians like Trump, not only are you a unapologetic bigot and racist in some ways, like Trump. Your talking points, your the way you flow just smells suspected white supremacist, suspected bigot, wannabe white supremacist. Just on your last reaction to Zohan anyway. Not only do you have sexual allegations like Trump, not only or you have been accused by sexual assaulting women like Trump. The only thing you ain't got was the convictions of Trump, because half of New York legal elite is in your pocket. So they're not going to bring charges, not even Tish James, but she'll bring them on Trump. Different from Trump. So when somebody say a vote for Stilwell is a vote for Zohan, I'm like, well, I guess you can get two for the price of one, because I'll vote for either one of those two over this con artist. One thing you got over Trump that Trump don't have, but he probably get there soon enough, just wait. Even though Trump is at fault for delaying on this pandemic, that is his charge, him taking it lightly, and a lot of people died. You also made the decision to not only hold early treatment from people who needed it early, you decided to get early treatment to people who are almost halfway gone, halfway dead. And you figured since it didn't work for them, it wasn't supposed to work for them, it was supposed to be early treatment, that it don't work, that you totally cut it off and denied it and stopped any doctor, any practitioner from prescribing early medication to people who were within 1 to 5 days of having symptoms. You stopped that. And that did not help us fight. It hurt. So a lot of people died on the result of that. Then you're going to put people with COVID, you decide to put them in the nurse of the elderly, and it killed a lot of elderly people. So for somebody to say, hold your nose, bite your tongue, and vote for Cuomo, we can't have this suspected radical jihadist, Islamic communist be the mayor of New York City. Well, there's that, or a pathological lying bigot, racist, with allegations of sexual molestation, who known to kill people, elderly people. You want me to support that because you got a suspicion of a guy over here? Now, I got my issues with Mandami, but those issues are small in comparison to my issues with Cuomo. I got my issue with Stilwell, but I have more respect for Stilwell's campaign than Cuomo, because Stilwell ran. Nobody was willing to oppose him. He won his nomination fair and square. Zohan won his nomination fair and square. And for you idiots like Michael Rapaport to go out on a vicious hunt to tell everybody, forget these two winners of their parties, and let's go for a loser, a sore loser who decided to run for independent, his ego, and let's all come together and prop him up to save New York City. Man, if you don't sit your yo-yo homeboy behind down, we're going to listen to some of his viciousness during this whole election. So let's go here. Give me a moment. All right, so I'm on Michael Rapaport Instagram, and I'm on Michael Rapaport TikTok. Same old same. Fight for New York. No key. This guy, all of a sudden has this hatred for Trump, but now he's siding with Trump. At the end of the day, these guys are one and the same. This area is mostly brown. The whole surrounding is mostly brown, but we got these white, blue-eyed guys claiming to be Middle Eastern. Anyway, let me let them talk.
Not going to win this election. You know Curtis Lewa is not going to win this election. If you vote for Curtis, you're voting for Zoran the moron. Do you want Zoran the moron to be your mayor? You are
Yes. What gets me with these people is they sit here and tell you that a certain somebody has no way of winning this election. So if you vote for him, don't waste your vote. Don't waste it on Sliwa, because we can use your vote. Who the hell is we, dude? Are you part of the French consulate? Who the hell is we? I don't care about you. I don't care about your political beliefs. I don't care about your political stance. We all have our own personal political belief, our own personal political stand. Sometimes they can unite together, but you based on your own self, not just perseverance, but your own self-belief of how this country can be a better for the whole. Everybody don't think like me, and everybody don't think like you, Doc. Now, for you to sit here and say a vote for Sliwa is a vote for Mandani, I'm like, cool, great, what's up? That's what's up. You mean I can get 2 for 1? Now, of course, I can't get 2 for 1. But if I vote for Curtis Sliwa, that's a vote in the box for him. And if more people have that mentality, because honestly speaking, New Yorkers know Curtis Sliwa, legendary New Yorker, fighter for the for people in the subway. Now I got my issues with Sliwa. He can get a little biased, but I don't discount his legendary status as giving birth to an organization I wanted to be a part of when I was a kid. I wanted to be a guardian angel when I was a kid, man. I mean, I thought those guys was cool. But they didn't have that in South Florida, you know. We didn't have all that stuff that was going on in New York City during that time anyway. I actually had a good childhood. Even with a single mother, working 2 jobs sometimes. We had a good childhood, man. We had a ball. Despite the circumstance, my mom did good. My daddy helped sometimes. But despite that, my dad was always in contact. And that's another thing I'm gonna deal with. The reason we got all this crime because there's no fathers in the household. They misconstruing that. Black fathers are involved with their children's lives. They not be married to the woman, but that don't mean they're not involved with the children's lives. And well, that's another story. I'm not going to get into that right now, but I'm gonna debunk all that bull crap. Matter of fact, plenty of people debunked it. I'm just going to show what they said. I don't need to reinvent the wheel on this subject. But Michael Rapaport said, if you're voting for Sliwa, you're voting for Zoran. Do you want Zoran the moron? Dude, you're the moron. If you was to run for mayor in New York City, you would lose tremendously. You have no political mindset. You have no political ideology. Dude, you would never make running for office. Zohan, whether I like him or not, he's more intellectually sound than you. He know how to communicate with people better than you. His vision for America is better than yours because you only have one way and one will. His vision is actually the vision of many people who's running for political office. Matter of fact, this vision didn't just come out of him. This guy actually ran in the first Obama campaign as an organizer, just like I did. Now, some of the stuff he talking about is just too pie in the sky. Ain't gonna happen. But some of it, let's see if he can make things happen. I'd rather have somebody have some things on the plate that people gravitate to than somebody that don't come with nothing. You have no vision, no plan, no nothing. Cuomo don't have a vision for New York City. He's just trying to save his political career, hoping that this mayorship can be a comeback for him running for president. And a lot of people in my community would love that. But let me remind you, black people, Cuomo is a scumbag politician. Cuomo, during his daddy's campaign, has been pointed at as the person who came out with the campaign against Mayor Ed Koch, talking about don't vote for the homo, vote for Cuomo. I tell it like it is. Hey, if you don't like homosexuals, man, don't try to act like you like them now. I've evolved. I'm pro-LGBTQ. You didn't say that there when you're running your dad's campaign saying, don't vote for the homo, vote for Cuomo. You didn't say that when you did that BS campaign against Cynthia Nixon, where you slandered her. And you're doing the same thing with Zohan, running this. He's a terrorist. He's a jihadist. All your xenophobia, man, your racism coming out. And you too, Mayor Adams. Shame on you. But then again, Mayor Adams, he's not a foundational black American, so his idea of racism isn't like a natural born black man whose heritage comes from the roots of this country. Our racism is a different racism than some other country. For him to join Cuomo to stop Zohan, it's disgusting, it's despicable, and people cheer this on. This is scumbag politics. And scumbag politics will do nothing but put scumbags in political power, position of power. All you have to do is look at the Trump administration. It's a lot of scumbags there. And when you're surrounded by scumbags, it makes me think you're a scumbag. This guy is upset because he's okay with a Jew being president. No, I ain't going to say that because he did not support Bernie Sanders. So he's not even okay with his own sitting in a position of political power because he will call Bernie Sanders a traitor to his Jewish people for the simple fact Bernie Sanders embraces people of Islamic faith. People like, the girl in Minnesota, I ain't gonna try to go over these names, but Bernie embraces these people because it's Democrat first with them. And what Michael Rapaport is supposed to be Democrat first. What happened to whoever won the election? We're going to support him. We're all going to endorse him and support him. That was a Democratic stable. That's the reason why Hakeem Jeffries took so long to support Zohan. He wanted to see how far Cuomo can come in this thing and try to go and lend his support to Cuomo. These yo, try to act like you're on our side. You remember when they had the horrible attack in October last year concerning the terrorist attack in Israel, and he wanted black people to be on his side, and he dumped on black people. He He pulled down his pants, squat down, and took a crap on black people because he feel we wasn't going to get in the forefront of their own advocacy. This is your advocacy. We may support, but we realize that not only does people in Gaza treat black Gazans like crap, but people in Israel treat black Israelis like crap, and y'all want us to take a side. Well, we was involved in the civil rights movement and things like that. Whether we had you involved or not, we was going to do this thing anyway. Yes, we appreciate like minds, support from outside, support from various cultures or not. But we would have did this thing without you, bro. And we would still got the same results without you. We appreciate it, but we would have got the same results without you. Let me let him keep talking.
Putting him in a position to become mayor by voting for Curtis Sliwa. This is not a popularity contest.
Yes. Okay. That's great. If we vote for Curtis Sliwa, we putting Zohan in a position of being mayor. How you figure that? When you think that if enough people, if the Democratic Party vote is split between Mandani and Cuomo, that Curtis Sliwa has a chance of winning? You remember there was no chance of Zohan, the moron as you want to call him, of winning the Democratic primaries? There was no chance in hell. Vince McMahon theme song, but he won. So why are you kind of trying to convince Republicans? This ain't even your party. So shut the hell up. Stop trying to convince Republicans to vote. I thought you loathe Republicans. I thought you loathe Mac. Trump wants Cuomo to win, and you want Cuomo to win. What happened to your hate for Trump? Well, we can come together, yo. We can come together on this one issue, me and Trump. The Zohan must go. And you don't hate Trump. You doing that for clicks and views. You don't. This is all theatrical. You ain't had no job in a while, so you figure your new job is to play the blue-eyed, white Jewish zealot that hates Trump and love democracy. But yet, here you are on the other side of this ink, acting like a fascist. You're denying election results, and you're supporting an insurgent, on-purpose insurgent campaign to topple a man that may be the next mayor of New York City, all because he's a Muslim. And you figure all Muslims hate Jewish people. All Muslims hate Christians. Well, from what I've seen, a government leadership hates Muslims and killing them by the drove. Most of these people have nothing to do with Hezbollah or any other terrorist organization. These are innocent people who worked so hard to build a nation for themselves despite of the oppression of that whole surrounding area between Israel, Iran, and all these other surrounding countries. Despite the pressure, they tried to build a nation on pretty much a concentration camp, tried to build and live a good life, and because of their willing to survive and live and thrive, somebody in your government hate that and trying to find every reason to wipe that out. This ain't got nothing about the Jewish people or the Jewish cultures, which are many, or the Jewish heritage, which is a lineage. It's about one man and his way of governing. It's the same here in the United States. Most people are not with Trump agenda. Most people are not always with a Democratic agenda because most of them ain't got no agenda. All it is put us in power and let us sit down on the can and can what we get and sit on the lid on the can. You ain't getting nothing. That's how it is mostly. Most of these people are electing people who are not going to do nothing, don't have a vision for America. Now, where I'm going with this, these two people winning the election fair and square, and there should be a race between these two folks. And don't you dare listen to these yo politicians. We're going to watch some more of Michael Rapaport. This man has nothing else to do. Is he going to get a regular job? Because I know what movies he got where he's collecting high residual. Hidden Gems, great movie. That's the last one.
This is an election. I know it ain't perfect. I know it's not what you want. Curtis Lee will never be the mayor of New York City in
If y'all listen to idiots like him, he will never. He could be the mayor. Guess what? You would never be the mayor in no year, Michael Rapaport. You would never be the mayor of no year. Wasn't he the white guy that shot somebody at the college on that movie with Ice Cube? Wasn't he that guy? Anyway, back to this. You don't know that. You just reflect. You have no predictor of that. If this vote gets split, Sliwa can win. But the vote is not going to split because majority of Democrats, this is a blue city, and the blue city won't vote for Sliwa unless they put their bias of R&D down. When's the last time New York had, well, I can't say that. New York can vote a Republican mayor. Look at Mayor Giuliani. New York can vote a Republican mayor. They've done it before. So I can't say that he doesn't have a chance and he will never. You feel boldly can say this. But guess what? I can feel boldly to say Governor Cuomo will never be. And folks understand that. See, these people are in mentality that if Sliwa was to drop out, which he's never, first of all, he can't. He's running on a slate. He has other people he's running on. Number two, why would he? This is undemocratic. He won his nomination. Zohan won his nomination. And you want to do some insurgent campaign, which is very authoritarian and very dictatorship, very fascist, and deny these two the opportunities to be the mayor and allow a person who lost his election and install him anyway through the power of voting. This dude shouldn't even be running. He lost, Eric quit, and you got a loser and a coward trying to be the mayor of New York City. And we can't have no losers and cowards as mayor. That's right, Mike and Rapaport. The people who you trying to push and the people who are supporting the people you're trying to push are losers and cowards. Losers and cowards. Eric Adams was too much a coward to run in the Democratic Party because he knew they was going to cheat him, which he was right. But he didn't run anyway, like Bernie Sanders did. He decided to run independent and still had horrible numbers. And the nerves of Cuomo to come in as an insurgent campaign that lost his campaign, coming in and taking numbers that Curtis Sliwa and Eric Adams was fighting for.
2025. We all know that. Do not waste your vote, because if you...
There's no such thing as a waste of vote. Again, I said this before you in my early years of doing this channel. A wasted vote is no such thing. I vote for who I tend to vote for. If you don't see what I see in this person, you're a waste. You're a waste. I'm not wasting my vote. If you decide to vote for somebody that I don't care about, I don't want to be president or whatever, you decide to vote for them, you didn't waste your vote. Your vote was intentional. It went to the person. Your vote is a count. But at the end of the day, your vote is a counter. It's a count. Let me say this to you, Michael Rapaport. I have one vote. You have one vote. Stop trying to come mess with my decision to vote. Focus on yours, fool. Because we all are blessed to have a vote. And the reason we have that vote is we get to pick who we want to be in a position of political power. Now, we could come together as a unit or as a team, and we could come decide, but voting has always and still will be, at the end of the day, at the last second, a personal thing. Nobody's watching you. At least they should not be. That's the whole point of the freedom to vote, that we don't need to have nobody watching over our shoulders on who we vote for. At the end of the day, we could say we can go vote for Cuomo and we're still going to vote for Mandani, or we could say we're going to vote for Mandani and go vote for, still at the end of the day, it's me. I'm in a curtain, black, close the curtain behind, and I vote. Well, they don't have that now. They got these blinders on, but I think they should go back to going in the curtain and closing it where nobody be able to see who you vote for. It's none of their business. It should be and always will be a private last minute thing. Even though you public up here is telling me vote for Cuomo, because you pretty much endorse him, voting for Cuomo because the guy who I hate said so. And you guys are losing your mind over this. It's not a wasted vote. My vote is never wasted. It's only a waste to you because you figure you can use my and other people's vote to get who you want to be in office. Stay in your lane, stop treading on me, and shut the hell up. My vote ain't none of your business. If I want to vote for Kermit the Frog, I'll vote for him. If I want to vote for these nuts, I'll vote for him. My vote is private. It's mine. Get your hands out my pocket. Get your hands out my pocket and worry about your own pocket. If you tell me a vote for Sliwa is a vote for Mandami, hey, I'd rather have those two vote than these pathological lying bigots, racists, rapists, sexual allegation, murderers of the elderly than Cuomo. I'm going to let him keep talking.
Can't stand Zoran Mindami. If you vote for Curtis Sliwa, the motherfucker could be our mayor. We need to vote for Cuomo. He is surging in the polls right now.
Most of these polls are Democratic-led polls. They don't want a socialist or a Democratic socialist or AKA communists, which is, stop insulting communists. Real communists saying, really? You saying that this guy's so salty? These are not our policies. Get out of here. Zohan a communist? Man, if y'all don't get out of, but man, these communists will laugh at your face when you say Zohan is a communist. I'm drinking eggnog oat milk. I'm trying to not get too intense with this thing. If you can't stand Zohan, what have Zohan did for you to not stand? Make a bunch of promises that he probably can't keep because you guys can't make a bunch of promises that you can't keep. What is your disdain for Sliwa? Oh, he's getting away of Cuomo being the next president. Cuomo should not be in the freaking race. He lost. He lost badly. You're upset because Zohan, the moron, beat your ultra elite Democratic hopeful. Maybe he can make a comeback if he wins mayorship. then run for the president. He can get rid of this Trump ideology bull crap. He's not. He had the potential to be the guy, but political power corrupted. And like Sliwa said, you're not your dad. I knew your dad. You not. Your brother's more than you are. Look at this guy talking about an angry white man. You heard the diary of a mad black woman? Let's talk about the angry white man. And let me tell you something. This black man just as angry. You look at Mayor Eric Adams. After all the Democratic Party has done to him, after Cuomo trashed Eric Adams, stole his campaign, he goes and support this dude. You talking about Stockholm Syndrome. I'm not supporting you, dude. See, Mayor Eric Adams always been a Republican. He only ran as a Democrat because he knew a Republican cannot win in New York. That's why there is some truth to what Rapaport is saying, that the chance of Sliwa winning usually is a tough chance because it's more easy for a Democrat to win political position in this pretty much blue city than a Republican. But these days have changed because of the horrible mess that the Biden administration brought on New York City, brought on Eric Adams, and Eric Adams had to eat that. And he knows this because he dared defy the Democratic Party. He got some heat and the allegations came and everything with it. He knows this, but you can't count nobody out in politics because the person who you think don't have a chance may beat the brakes out of you. And that's exactly what Zoran did to Cuomo. And right now, everybody thinking, oh, Zoran is going to run away with this thing. And it's highly likely he is. But I still believe, because we said the same thing about Cuomo, that he was going to run away with this thing. Zoran? Zohan? That sounds like some kind of mystical wizard in a Disney movie. He ain't winning nothing. It's just like Barack Obama. It's almost the same. He ain't winning nothing. And they did the same thing. They smeared Obama. Democrats. Oh, he's a Muslim. His daddy's a Muslim. Radical jihadist, his daddy. Dude was an educator from Africa that happens to be a Muslim. A traditional, old school Muslim. Not this radical jihadist bullcrap that y'all talk. Who happened to love white women. Who happened to be an educated man. Who liked his snow bunnies. He didn't like the black honeys. He liked the snow bunny. And y'all gonna try to make it seem like this guy was down with bin Laden, just like you trying to say Zohan is down with the Taliban. Zohan is down with Saudi Arabia. Zohan, when you had Bill Ackman go to Saudi Arabia talking about why nobody should vote for Zohan, and when you know the alleged ways Saudi Arabia does business, so they say. Anyway, I'm going too long on this one video. It's so many freaking videos I can go over, but this is enough.
I know it ain't perfect. I know it ain't what you want. I get all of that. Trust me. Voting for Curtis Sliwa is a wasted...
Dude, everything is perfect. Everything is the way I want it to be. Because here's Bob TV, the Bobby Brown Show, Robert Brown. This is my point of view. Our system is screwed. We have done more to tear down our democracy than make it more democratic. Even though we're a republic, we worked on the efforts to become the best democratic, beautiful, loving nation on the face of this earth, but we have chipped away from it on the left and on the right. The left chipped away on it when it came from the medical right, my body. You try to tell people they gotta take a shot or lose their job and all that kind of. Don't say this. Call them this. Call them that. You can't think what you want to think. You can lose your job. Or you can use your career. I mean, all this bullcrap, chipping away. And then you got the Republicans now and Trump administration doing some stuff, chipping away, so many things I can't even name. Both of you are harming this democracy. And this way of campaigning ain't help. You should be telling him, hey, Cuomo, I know you lost. You're wrong for getting in this race. The Democratic Party didn't do nothing to cheat you out your election. You got your behind spanked. Why are you running? You drop out. Not Sliwa. You need to drop out. Sliwa won the Democratic way. Unfortunately, I may not like the guy, may not like his pie in the sky thinking, but he won. And as Democrats, we support the nominee. My point is, why are you insulting the Democratic Party by running independent? And why are you asking for people to not vote for Sliwa, who won his race, not vote for Zohan, who won his race, and vote for you condescending, arrogant coward? This is what crooked politicians are all about. They can't stand to lose. He has never lost a race in his entire life. Never, I don't think. And this hurts him. And he just can't say no because he saw this as a way of coming back. I'm going to step down. You wouldn't step down like Sliwa said. You stepped down because you know they was going to impeach your behind, and you didn't need that impeachment on your record because it made you look just like Trump. But yet you got these allegations just like Trump. Yet you was responsible for a lot of people dying from COVID just like Trump. Yet you denied people Medicare. I mean, just a whole bunch of stuff. You look just like Trump. It's just that your racism is hidden up till this point, up till Zohan, the so-called moron, beat your behind in the polls, and now here come all this racism, and here come you going on these networks and these channels and these radio stations with all this racism. You let them do all the racism, and you just say, yeah. Can you imagine that? Oh, yeah, can you imagine that? That's just how you roll. So voting for Curtis Sliwa is a wasted vote for who? Is it wasted in your sight? That's all it is, folks. When these folks say this, that means in their sight, you're wasting a vote that they could use, that they want to have. Well, why you didn't campaign to get it? Why you didn't tell them to campaign and get it? Stop using this as a last-ditch effort. See, he was glad that Cuomo decided to run independent, and he was glad because he was willing to vote for Eric, too. He would have voted for Eric Adams because Eric Adams, he get money from George Lobbys. Anybody but Zohan. And in his mind side, he don't think Sliwa can win. So he's trying to tell Republican voters and Sliwa voters, and Democrats are telling them the same thing, which they have no right to talk to any kind of Republican. Why should we listen to you, loser Democrat? At least we winning in some areas. You guys are losing, and you're losing to Democratic socialists. That's how bad you have been toward the American people for growing them in the past 40 years. You've taken away from the American people. You have not grown the American people. You took our jobs overseas. You keep doing these wars overseas. You keep doing these businesses. You let them rob us blind. We paying tariffs and they don't pay nothing in reciprocal. So what's going on here? A vote for Curtis Sliwa is a wasted vote.
Vote. You're voting for a third place, a bronze medalist. Okay? Bronze.
The third place bronze medalist is Cuomo. Matter of fact, Cuomo is a no place candidate, meaning he has no place being in this race. He lost fair and square. Zohan won fair and square. Sliwa won fair and square. So he should have no place in this election. Now I'm going to do another video on how he reacted to the homies over here do dissidents. I keep telling you, Russ, at least let a brother know when you're going out to these events. Because I don't have a press badge. Because this guy's anti-black, as he is anti-Muslim. He's only pro-Jewish. He claims he's for black people. He's not. And he's not even pro-Jew. He craps on regular Jews. He'll crap on anybody that's not a Zionist Jew. Anybody. The Jews that are supporting Zohan, he's crapping on, calling them a traitor to their culture. Let me tell you something. I don't care who you are. You can be red, yellow, black, or white. You can be Muslim, Democratic. It don't matter. If you got a vision and a plan to uplift black Americans from the stuff that they've been going through, and you plan on implementing that plan, you actually got a plan and you talk about it with the black community, you go down and share with the black community, spend the quality time saying, hey, this is what I'm going to do just for you guys. I mean, I got a plan for everybody, but I got a plan just for you too. Then I got a plan for the whole wall. But here's the plan I got for you. If you like it, vote. If you don't, maybe I'll go back to the drawing board. You can help me. But I want to do whatever I can to earn your vote. Not expect it, not to say it's going to be wasted. No, I need to do whatever I can to earn your vote. And that has been his talk this whole election, is earning. And Zohan, you think you're going to automatically get the black vote, and you're getting some, but you need to reassure the black community, especially the Foundation of Black American Community, and some of your plans that's going to pretty much lift them up out of some of the things that they're been involved with for over 60 years. Anyway.
Doesn't go with the red beret. No disrespect to Curtis Sliwa. We must vote for Cuomo. I know.
Dude, you're disrespecting Curtis Sliwa in the highest order. You disrespect the man in the highest order. Don't act like you're for Curtis Sliwa. If you were for Curtis Sliwa, you would be using this platform to get Curtis Sliwa votes. You will be telling them to go for Curtis Sliwa, but you won't vote for Curtis Sliwa because he's a Republican. You won't vote for Curtis Sliwa, who's a Republican, which is a Republican who say I'm not going to sit here and act like, I'm not going to be doing this anti-Trump bull crap. That's not going to get us nowhere for us helping the people of New York trying to take an anti-stand. Just like we have to do with some of our enemies, sometimes we got to negotiate. The only people we don't negotiate is terrorists. But some enemies, we can go into and negotiate some deals. Some antagonists, we can kind of take the heat off the antagonism. Because an antagonist, a lot of time, a person that just don't understand you. That's why he's opposite of antagonist against you. But if you show them a different way, or show them a better way, or show them the right way, their antagonist stance to ease up a little bit. You don't want that. You know Trump is going to be all on Zohan. Zohan claim he's going to be all on Trump, but I doubt. Talk tough. Yeah, I doubt. You know, Trump is New York, just like Sliwa, born and raised, family, legendary New Yorkers. Zohan's not the same. Your people, I guess, Michael Rapaport the same. You claim you love New York, but you're allowing New York to go through election of insurgency, and you're being involved in that insurgent campaign. I'm not talking about an insurgent campaign of different ideas coming into play. I'm talking about a surgent campaign of political posturing coming to play, where this person stands in the seat of power of running New York City and be, dang, I'm going to let some Muslim with radical ties come with his dream pie in the sky communist ideology in New York City and then turn into Gotham City. No, we need mayor. We need, and we did. You bet not vote for Batman. A vote for Batman is a vote for the Joker, because he's claiming that Zohan is Joker. A vote for Batman is a vote for the Joker. How is that? But I got Harvey Two-Face over here. Let's vote him in. Forget Batman. Don't vote for Batman and don't vote for Joker. Let's vote for Harvey Two-Face. Dude is Harvey Two-Face. One minute he gonna say he's with this, and the next minute he gonna say I loathe this. Yeah, I'm almost done with this turkey. I got so many videos I'm gonna do on this guy if I had enough time.
You don't want Zoran the moron, Dick Stain, Zoran Mandami, Pig Dick, Zoran.
You hear this scum. You hear this racist scumbag punk. You hear this? Skin dick, pig dick. Oh, let me check my own. Let's make sure I got some skin on here. I'm proud to have skin on my dick. May not have it at the top because I have been circumcised. Some ladies like it uncircumcised. I don't look like no aardvark. Look, like I said, I'm a lover of culture. Long as the cultures don't think they're better than the next man and degrade the next man and crap on the next man. See, as a Christian, the whole point of our culture is we all fall short of the glory of God. But thanks to the Lord God Almighty, thanks to Jesus, who loves and forgives us even in our mess. And he's willing to do that for you. That's why I got another show. I got another channel, Winning with Love with Bobby, where I teach these things, that this ultra-Zionist point of view of Christianity, or white nationalism version of Christianity, is not Christianity. And a lot of people who they say are part of the national white nationalist Christian point of view, a lot of them are not. If you sit there and listen to these guys, none of their teachings are on that level, but because they voted for this guy, they're automatically lumped into the white Christian nationalist point of view. And most they know God is a God who loves everybody, even Muslim, even radical. He don't like how they operate, but he loves them enough that he gave his only begotten son so they can denounce their wicked way and have a beautiful relationship. That's just a Christian point of view. But back on this dude, this vicious, racist, xenophobic dude right here. Look at the names that he's calling Zor. This guy is out of control.
The terrorist of Times Square to be your mayor.
The only If I was Zohan, I would pull a Trump. You talk about me and you have no proof, you have no evidence of me being this, I'm going to sue your pants off for defamation of character. If I was Zohan, I would be bringing a lawsuit on him, Rosenbaum, whatever his name. Anybody who sit here and spout this bullcrap. See, Obama was so classy, so kind, I get that to him, that these people trashed him, called him a Muslim, radical, jihadist. They didn't like the fist bump that him and Michelle did. Oh my God, they fist bump. That's a sign of boom. They're going to blow something up. Oh. All this crap was going on through the Obama administration. He did not bring up one lawsuit. Not one. Classy. I'm just going to let it go. Trump was like, the hell with that. Say something that I don't identify with or I don't rock with. Say that. Accuse me of this. You better have some proof, because if you don't, I'm suing ya. And I'm going to ask people in my administration to do the same. We're suing. We're going to get rich off. Now, I'm not for people in political office getting rich while they're in office, but I got to understand the man was rich already before he got in office. He's going to be rich after he leave off. Matter of fact, being in office usually make you richer when you leave. Thanks to Obama. This guy is going around saying all these accusations against Zohan. And if I was Zohan, I would sue the brakes off this dude.
Option we have to win is to vote for Cuomo. I've never met Cuomo. I never shook hands with Cuomo. I'm not being paid by Cuomo. I am a New Yorker just like you. We need to step up and do the winning thing. It might not be the right thing. It's the fucking winning.
So you telling me winning is better than doing the right thing? You see how dumb and stupid you sound? It may not be the right thing to do, but it's the winning thing to do. So what you're saying is the winning thing to do is the wrong thing to do. Your hatred, your prejudice, your racism, your xenophobism, your religious bias got you saying crazy, stupid stuff, man. It may not be the right thing to do, but the winning thing to do. So when has winning being more important than right? I'm going to let him finish this.
Thing to save New York. We have to vote for Cuomo.
So what this fool is actually saying is it may not be the right thing to do, but it's the winning thing to do to save New York. New York right now couldn't save itself. It's going to take New Yorkers. It's not going to take a political leader. It's going to take New Yorkers to save themselves. That's what I said about the black community. Stop putting your faith in black leaders or political leaders to save you and build you and get you to the point where you need to be. It's going to take one another. For us to listen to somebody like this fool in his motion, I was always told never make decisions based on emotion, but make them based on facts. Make your decision based on truth and justice as much as you can, but never make them on emotion. Because oftentimes the emotional decision not only will be the wrong decision, but the most destructive, catastrophic decision. And clearly, this dude is losing his mind. Now, we're going to have fun all week. The election is almost over with, but I'm going to try to make time tomorrow to get into more of this scumbag political ideology of this yo white boy point of view, that at the end of the day, you realize that I had a friend of mine, God bless his soul, still love him to this day. He was the yo guy. You probably heard me tell the story, but me and him got to messing with the same girl, and and we had our little thing with the girl, but the girl ended up, telling him that, look, I don't want, I'm strictly Rob's, I'm all Rob's. I can't, and me, I was like, man, you want to get her, you can get her. I don't care. I mean, we don't love these. That's how I was. We don't love these hoes. that was my mentality back in the day. We don't love these hoes. We ain't falling in love, but obviously she really took kind to me, and she kind of changed her ways to try to adjust to me, and he didn't like it, so he wanted to get in the fight. I mean, it was a spur of the moment, last minute dumb fight that we got in. And, and I had him in a position where he couldn't get out. And boy, the racists came out. You black. This guy, he was mad. And mind you, I used to go to his house, and his dad did not like me at the house. His dad was one of them old school redneck racists, but, this guy wasn't that way. And my mom didn't like me going to this person's house. And my mom actually instructed me, I catch you behind over there at the boy house, especially after this incident of him going off, with the language. And when I told my mom said, yo, stay away from that house. If I catch you behind at the house and you survive, I'm going to kill you. I'd rather take you out than some other person over here taking you out. Don't go to the house, because obviously the boy daddy is a bigot. And then I realized, I knew the daddy was a bigot, but I didn't pay him no mind, because we wasn't hanging out at the house much. I just go meet him at the door and we leave. But at the end of the day, his racism. And I don't know if it was because of pressure, because of frustration, things like that. But under frustration, under pressure, these things come out. That's why I tell people all the time, the Trump administration, I know you may not see this, but I am of a position that I want all this undercover. I want it all out. I want to root it out. I want it before a microscope. I want it before light, so we can take a hammer and crush it. And that's how I am about racism, bigotry, and white supremacy. Now, I don't blame that on time. I know we are out at war between oligarchy and the people, but you got to understand, oligarchy, a lot of them are white supremacists. And the people, there's people in the community that are that subscribe to that ideology because they wish they can be in that upper echelon of white supremacy, but they'll settle with whatever echelon of white supremacy they can be at on the community level. So I'm not going to sit here and say it's just a war between the 99% and the 1%. No, it ain't just that. No, we got a lot of people in the 99% that don't like black people, don't like Muslims, don't like. I mean, you got that. You got Muslims don't like black people. And you got a lot of black Muslims, but there's certain Arabs don't like black Muslims. So it's a lot of this hate that's going on within the community that we have to root it out on every level, put a microscope or put a light on it and crush it. And you can clearly see Michael Rapaport is a hateful man. He hates you if you're not pro-Jewish. He hates you if you criticize people in Jewish culture, not the culture by itself, but if you criticize, don't criticize the culture. Oh no. But if you criticize people in the culture, they're going to say you criticize everybody in the culture. And there's a lot of black Jewish from the original origins of the Jewish existence. A lot of it came from dark colored regions and progressed. Then you got people who converted into this and made it their own, just like any other religion. Christianity, the same thing. Michael Rapaport is that's why I say you got to always watch out for these yo white boys. There's some cool white boys out there that's ride and die. There's some cool Latinos. There's some cool that's ride or die for the black. And there's people in the black community that'll ride or die for your culture, because we not only love our culture, and just because we love our culture first doesn't mean we don't love and appreciate your culture. It's some of the ideologies within your culture we may differ with, but we still love you. We still love your culture. We just got to deal with ideology. Likewise with maybe some of the ideologies in art. And we encourage you to embrace your culture. Embrace it. Love your culture. But what you ain't going to sit here and single out just because I don't appreciate what somebody in your culture did that making your culture look bad. This is bad. You got Jewish people that support Zoran. You got Jewish people that support Sliwa. And you got this fool that's going to tell you vote for any of the two people who won their nomination fair and square. If you don't vote for the person who came in this as a egotistical, arrogant person that's trying to revive his career, if you don't support him to save New York, then you wasted your vote. And then to go into these slander. I got nothing against Lilwa, but this needle dick, no skin dick, this horrible scumbag, Bin Laden 2.0 is gonna run New York City. That kind of bullcrap gotta stop. That's why when you see this guy, you got to confront him and just tell him, man, just be quiet. Your mouth is hurting more than help. So keep it closed. And you're going to mess around, somebody going to close it for him. Now, I'm not going to be that guy because I ain't got that time to risk my freedom for no idiot like this. But somebody's going to be a person that's going to say, hey, man, kill all that noise. Dude, stop.